So I thought I'd show you just a few containers and kind of how I like to do containers. I pretty much just experiment every year, and I ditch any old ideas I had and I just throw things together for fun. But right here is a great container that's almost all foliage. What I wanted to point out here was the use of Coleus. So these are what we would call premium Coleus varieties. Now you can buy Coleus in little seed packs. Those plants are grown from seed and they often go to flower very quickly. We sell these premium Coleus. These are what you'd call vegetative Coleus. And these will take full sun to shade. And the thing is, they bloom really late in the season. So the plants get absolutely massive. They'll get way bigger than many of those seed type Coleus that you can find in little seed packs. And what I did here was I just went with dark, warm, bright colors mixed together that are heavily contrasting. And it really makes the whole container pop. And we don't even need the flowers on this Plectranthus. So here we have Coleus Wasabi, Coleus Campfire, one of my all-time favorites. The orange gets better with bright afternoon sun. And then Mona Lavender Plectranthus, which is actually a great plant. You can keep that as a house plant. But yeah, there's a fun container. So here's another sort of non-traditional container garden that I put together just for fun. So here we have this Hollywood Hibiscus. It has these unique flowers. This one will probably dry up here in a little bit, but it'll be replaced with a new one here, and constantly rotating color. Now what I did is I went with a bromeliad, a variegated bromeliad, kind of to add a unique tropical pop, works in here. And then we have Inferno Coleus and Encanto Waterfall White Begonias. So the begonias really have come a long way, and anything in the Boliviensis group, which is this type, they are tolerant of full sun. I mean, they look amazing all season long. So this planter is only going to get better through the season. It's mid-June right now, and come July, this thing is going to look amazing. So continuing with my non-traditional planters, I've been on a really hard salvia kick lately. I just think they're incredible plants. The annual salvias are so fun. They bring in hummingbirds better than just about, better than anything that we grow. They're the best hummingbird plants we have. And what I did here is I really couldn't get away from this white salvia. I don't know why. And I accented it with the Silver Falls dichondra down there at the bottom. That is a plant we still have in stock as of today. Plenty of plants available. But then I took this old ladder, and I have two different kinds of passion vines growing up it. So here, as we get into high summer, I'll have blues and purples playing off of this white and silver, and this ladder will be completely covered. It'll probably sprawl over my light here too, with my nice little sign. But yeah, just another fun container that's a little bit different. So here we are again at my personal home, and I've been showing you some unique containers. And I wanted to point out just a plant in this container. I've talked about this before, but I feel like the message just doesn't get through. This plant, this is called cardoon. So cardoon is actually a ornamental artichoke. It's basically a giant thistle. I love thistles. I think there's some incredible thistles. We'll look at another one here in a second. But cardoon is so cool, and look at the arching habit. Now this is just getting started. This plant, I'm gonna keep it clean at the bottom to allow my annuals to do their thing, but it's gonna get taller and huge leaves. So even if you just put this in the ground, it is a biennial, it'll bloom in the second year, but what a cool plant, and just Jurassic texture. And continuing with containers, and specifically the thistles, look at milk thistle. You want dramatic foliage. Doesn't get much more dramatic than that. Now, true to its family group, you don't really want to touch it too much. You really want to be careful when you're working with your container because they are sharp. But here is milk thistle with its amazing foliage, and it's getting ready to bloom. Those are going to be giant purple thistle flowers. So what a cool plant. It's basically eaten everything in here. It was an experiment, but it was just for fun.